ITIL Service Offerings and Agreements. The Service Offerings and Agreements module is one of the ITIL Service Capability modules. It will be of interest to professionals who are preparing for a career in IT service management. Module 1, Introduction. Course Agenda. This interactive e-learning program, with its structured course cover, will help in better understanding of the fundamentals and designing of services. The course will cover the topics listed on the slide. Objective and target audience. The course is best suited to professionals and individuals who have successfully completed the ITIL Foundation certification and wish to advance to higher level ITIL certification. So, being a capability module, is best recommended to those keen in pursuing the process aspects of its service management. This course will enable the participants with the desired technical knowledge and skills in the implementation of SOA process. The ITIL framework is a source of good practice in service management. The objective of the ITIL service management framework is to provide services that are fit for purpose, stable, and so reliable that the business views them as a trusted provider. Public frameworks and standards are validated across diverse set of environments and situations. Why ITIL? ITIL is successful because it describes practices that enable organizations to deliver benefits, return on investment and sustain success. ITIL is adopted by organizations because it is vendor neutral, non-prescriptive, best practice framework. Certification Roadmap. Certification Roadmap. This slide depicts the ITIL qualification structure. The tiered structure of the qualification offers candidates the choice to complement career goals by focusing their studies on key areas of interest. ITIL offers 5 different certification levels: Foundation, Practitioner, Intermediate, Expert, Master. ITIL uses a credit system. Ultimately, a total of 22 credits is required to achieve ITIL Expert certification. The SOA module is worth 4 credits. Service. It is a means of delivering value to customers by facilitating outcomes that customers want to achieve without taking ownership of any risks or costs incurred. They facilitate outcomes by enhancing the performance of associated tasks and reducing the effect of constraints. Internal and external customer. Internal and external customers. Regardless of how consistently customers and consumers are treated, they are not all the same. There is a difference between customers who work in the same organization as the IT service provider, and customers who work for another organization. Internal customers. Internal customers are people or departments who work in the same organization as the service provider. External customers. External customers are people who are not employed by the organization, or organizations that are separate legal entities. Internal and external service provider. The reason for differentiating between internal and external services is to differentiate between services that support an internal activity, and those that actually achieve business outcomes. The difference may not appear to be significant at first, since the activity to deliver the services is often similar. However, it is important to recognize that internal services have to be linked to external services before their contribution to business outcomes can be understood and measured. An IT service is a service that is provided to one or more customers by an IT service provider. An IT service is based on the use of information technology and supports the customer's business processes. It is made up of a combination of people, processes and technology. A business service is defined as a service that is delivered to business customers by business units, for example, delivery of financial services to customers of a bank, or goods to the customers of a retail store. Successfully delivery of business services often depends on one or more IT services. Service management. Service management is a set of specialized organizational capabilities for providing value to customers in the form of services. Functions are units of organizations. Functions are a way of structuring organizations to implement the specialization principle. Functions typically define roles and the associated authority and responsibility for a specific performance and outcomes. Coordination between functions through shared processes is a common pattern in organization design. Functions tend to optimize their work methods locally to focus on assigned outcomes. Customer, stakeholder, user. The primary stakeholders include customers, users, suppliers, internal customers, and external customers. Internal customers. The internal customer is someone or a group of people who will get the core service, and who are in the same company or organization than the provider. External customer. An external customer is actually paying money to receive the service and therefore generates direct revenue. Process. Processes define actions, dependencies and sequence. Well-defined processes can improve productivity within and across organizations and functions. A process is organized around a set of objectives. The main outputs from the process should be driven by the objectives and should include process measurements, metrics, reports and process improvement. Process control. The activity of planning and regulating the process with the objective of performing the process in an effective, efficient and consistent manner. The generic process elements show data enters the process, is processed, is output and the outcome is measured and reviewed. The output produced by a process has to conform to operational norms that are derived from business objectives. The graphical depiction is presented on the slide. Characteristics of processes. Processes have the following characteristics. Processes are measurable, we are able to measure the process in a relevant manner. It is performance-driven. Managers want to measure cost, quality and other variables while practitioners are concerned with duration and productivity. They have specific results. The reason a process exists is to deliver a specific result. This result must be individually identifiable and countable. Processes have customers. Every process delivers its primary results to a customer or stakeholder. They may be internal or external to the organization, but the process must meet their expectations. Responsiveness to specific triggers. While a process may be ongoing or iterative, it should be traceable to a specific trigger. Module 2, Introduction to SOA.